Lewis, and this is Quote of the Day. Today I'm going to be looking at a quote from Marcus Aurelius again, and we'll do a couple of interpretations of what that may mean and how that can relate to you, how we can apply those interpretations to our own life and ultimately start to move forwards. So the quote goes like this, Meditations, Book 4. Do not allow yourself to be wholly carried away by your impressions, but help people as best you can and as they deserve, even if what they have lost is of no inherent value. You should not form the impression, however, that any real harm is involved, for that is an unhealthy habit. Rather, you must act like the old man in the play, who when he went away would ask for his foster child's top, without losing sight of the fact that it was in fact merely a top. So we're going to take the first part of that quote and dissect that today, because I think there's some important takes from that we can use in social gatherings, in society in general, media, your ability to connect with people, relationships, family. What does this mean to you? I think people are quick to judge, quick to assume. We're very oppressed. We're scared to show that what we've lost causes us pain. We're scared to show pain in general, weakness. A lot of showing your true self is frowned upon. In here, the line, do not allow yourself to be wholly carried away by your impressions, but help people as best you can and as they deserve, even if what they have lost is of no inherent value. So what that means is, give you an example. When I was younger, growing up with my sister, we were standing outside in the garden and we both had ice creams. And I can remember the top of her ice cream falling onto the floor, and my first instinct as an older brother was to kind of laugh, because you think it's almost funny. Why do we find it funny? That's another topic. But the instant pain on her face, and I never forget it. Never forget how upset she was from losing this ice cream or this lolly. And I instantly gave her half of mine so that she still had an ice cream. And I just remember the pain in her face as a small child, how sad and upset she was. That my first instinct was to judge and laugh because something so small, and as most would find funny, didn't mean anything. But to her in that moment was everything. And I think as a child, ice cream or teddy is as important to them. A adult's, possession is as important to them as well. Whether it's failing to meet a routine, a structure that they've set for themselves, a goal, maybe not even being able to hit the gym one day, or a PR in the gym. We can't judge other people's expectations and achievements purely based on what it would mean to us. Don't be carried away by your impressions. Don't let it take over your ability to connect with those people, that person. It really doesn't matter. You have no right to say, this is not important. Because in that moment, to that person, it is. And with depression, anxiety, suicidal rates, all of that at an all-time high right now, I think that we need to have more compassion, sympathy, empathy, all of those things, understanding, so that we can really resonate with these people. You don't need to laugh. You don't need to take away that from them. Nullify their emotions, their reasons. There are some circumstances where it's not continual. Losing the ice cream was just in that moment, but people who fail to achieve a goal, something they've studied for, you can just go and retake. You can go to the gym tomorrow. You can eat that tomorrow. There's plenty more fish in the sea. All of these sayings. We can't underestimate the pain to those people. Even talking about these subjects, I carry a lot of pain, and I think a lot of other people do as well. We need to see them more. We need to see these people more, each other. I've had messages recently from people saying that the odd video I'd done had helped them, and that's motivated me to realise that those who you think are fine are not a lot of the time. We can't judge what's going on behind closed doors. Also, there's the part of the old man who would ask for his foster child's top. Okay, so people who have kept sentimental items, sentiment, how important that is to an individual. You all have it, even those who judge, discriminate, bully, quick to call people out, negative. A lot of that rides on sentiment, which is basically just giving something in your past value or giving a time in history value. And that time can be represented by an item, a transaction, a conversation, an event, anything at all. Doesn't matter. It really does not matter. There is no right or wrong. That is what sentiment is, and for some reason within you, it represents something of importance. The importance doesn't always have to be positive. Sentiment is not always positive. Okay, good one. Relationships. A lot of the time when people are in relationships, they ask their partner to declutter, get rid of stuff because they can't get rid of things. And there is an unhealthy level, which we won't get into, but where they have possessions or they have items from their past, which to you mean nothing, but to them mean the world. And because of their ability to inhibit some kind of progress in our lives or cause some issue within us, we feel we have the right to dictate and judge via impression that it is of no import. And I think it's amazing that, Marcus writes in there this quote that nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. In hundreds of years, it is a human trait that we have to judge, impress, be impressible, and assume that we know better than the other. And that's a sad thing. I think if we can gain something from this quote, for all of you who are struggling, for those who are judging others, I'll get judgment for doing these. I think just know that there are people who do understand and see and feel the pain inside you. And don't be ashamed to keep hold of possessions, items. Don't be afraid to be yourself and represent. Try to represent humanity. I think that's what's important.